Potentially a crowd as high as 9,000 tonight as Bishop Diego will kick away. And we are underway in this massive semifinal between two 805 teams. Here's Elijah Alexander, and he takes that up to the 38-yard line. Damage control early on, although Otis isn't in the backfield. They'll fake the give to Alexander. It's actually Muscarella who took the snap at the quarterback spot and takes it to the house, 34 yards. Really well-designed play from Teo Sanchez and company, and Camarillo's on the board. It's almost like the turnover didn't happen.
Keep an eye on number 76, Sean Chisholm, Danny, on this excellent protection provided.
The protection was superb, and Tostado with a great catch and run. Frankie Tostado down inside the 20-yard line. His first big play of the night goes for 25. Set to block for Isaiah Otis, or so it would appear. Moss, give to Otis. Otis stutter step right, walks his way in on the left side. 5-yard touchdown for Isaiah Otis, and it's 13-0 Scorpions.
Danny, between Sebastian Sanchez on the left side of that offensive line and, of course, Chisholm, you could put a freight train in the hole they created on that off-tackle play.
For the corners and the linebackers and the safeties to come up and make those tackles near the line of scrimmage, penetration is what they have to accomplish on their side.
They run wide left. Big carry for Bishop Diego down inside the 10-yard line, and finally hauled down there is John Harris.
Well, Harris is averaging like 9 yards per carry, so he's...
Here he goes again around the corner, and Harris scoots his way in for the score. Touchdown, Bishop Diego. It's 14-6.
Yeah, and that's what they kind of need now is something medium, pick up 7 or 8 yards. Last time they were able to get 10 yards on one of these, and they brought the pressure, so it might work out.
Here's Tostado. Tostado, if he can get wide to the right, has some room. Frankie Tostado with the first down. A brilliant cutback. Still on his feet. Tostado going wide to the right, inside the 30. It's a race for the corner. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Camarillo. 70 yards on the screenplay. Bishop Diego blitzes, and Frankie Tostado makes him pay.
That was an athletic, several moves by Tostado there.
3rd and long after the penalty and the loss of yardage was taken instead of the penalty, Quarterback is flush. Tostado now throwing downfield for Brown. Muscarella knocks it in the air, and it's caught off the deflection. What a grab by John Harris. 74 yards. That pass hauled in after Muscarella popped it up in the air. Another dynamic play from Harris. He's been the game breaker for the Cardinals, and it's 21-13. Hey, he has one-on-one coverage. Isaiah Otis is the deep back in the I formation on 2nd and goal from the 1. It's a give to Otis. Otis walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Camarillo. I see you on that, Will. The option to throw to Tostado was there, but why not just give it to your 1,000-yard back and let him stroll on in for 6?
Definitely not a bad idea to hand the ball off.
Just attempted coming in, 113 passes on the air. Blitz coming for Camarillo. Stove Sand gets away from 1 sack, but not the 2nd and 3rd. The football's fumbled. Can the Scorpions scoop it up? It's loose in the end zone.
Safety at the worst.
And it looks like Camarillo has come up with it. We have yet to see an official sign. It is a touchdown. Thank you, Kent.
Yeah, the white hat got back there, lifted his arms up. And how about that? Instead of getting sacked, the last minute they're able to punch the ball loose.
Draws up here on a key 3rd and goal. Passing play, rolling right, Stove Sand. He can probably run it in on his own. He fakes off the linebacker, was actually the cornerback, Tostado, and takes it in 35-20. Really well executed from Stove Sand.
Well, every time you think that the nail's been in the coffin, Bishop Diego comes back and answers with a touchdown drive of their own.
3rd and 6. Moss rushing 3, throwing for Alexander. What a read, what a throw, great catch, 27-yard touchdown. Jake Moss hits Elijah Alexander, and the Scorpions sting again, 41-21.
He hit him in stride, and then Alexander comes up with the big grab in the back of the end zone. About 10,000 fans showing up to watch your team play.
Play fake, and Stove Sand running to the right. Now he'll just throw the ball. It looked like out of bounds, but I think Frankie Tostado picked it off. He was just trying to get rid of the ball, and Tostado still has it. Returning it wide to the right with a couple blockers in front. Tostado up to the 40. Tostado at the 30. Frankie Tostado Still going inside the 20. What a return from Tostado down to the 10. And that may be the exclamation point that sends Camarillo on to the final. There is a penalty flag at the 21-yard line, likely on the return. Here's Moss. He'll fake the quick throw, then throw the inside screen to Tostado. Tostado picks up one block, needs a second inside. He's got a few, and he's got yards inside the 5, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. Tostado started the drive. He closed it out with a 27-yard score. Camarillo leads 48-21, and it's just about safe to say that this team will be playing here 1 week from tonight for the first CIF championship in, 19 years. Here's Otis up the middle, inside the 10, inside the 5, into the end zone. And the Camarillo Scorpions are headed to a CIF championship game for the first time since 1996. They lead 54-21. The Scorpions will take one more snap. Jake Moss takes a knee as the sophomore leads. It was actually Connor Clark that took a knee. But as the clock winds down, the sophomore Jake, heroic in his fill-in performance for Jake Constantine, and the Camarillo Scorpions reach a CIF championship game for the first time since 1996.
We got the big fella right here standing by with Mr. Otis. First of all, talk about the effort tonight from mainly your offensive line and really the whole group to help with a young quarterback and stepping up. What are your thoughts there?
The offensive line did a great job helping Jake out and just giving him enough time to make plays, and Jake just did a great job making plays and just making the right reads, and he just did a great job.
He started the game 11 for 11. It just shows how well you guys can execute when everything is clicking. What were your thoughts just approaching the game? Anything different this week, or was it business as normal?
It was just business as normal. We knew they were going to be a good team, and we knew they were going to fight till the end, and that's exactly what they did. And so just to come out here for the win, it was great.
Well, as far as you're concerned, 189 total yards tonight, 3 touchdowns. Anything special, or just the normal mix of power, run, and counter, and all that good stuff?
Just the normal stuff, just bread and butter that we've been practicing since day one, and we just came out here and executed.
Will, I'm interested what Isaiah thinks about facing Thousand Oaks next week.
What are your thoughts next week about Thousand Oaks coming in here potentially for a huge rematch?
It's going to be a big game. There's going to be a lot of intensity in that game. We get Jake back. We get a full team back. It's just going to be a great game.
Overall, pretty healthy tonight, I think. Not too much. Might have had a little small wrist injury, but other than that, I think everybody's good. Yes, the health is good. Okay, well, should be 10,000-plus people packed in here next week. We look forward to seeing you. Any final thoughts?
Season for Mo. We've been doing this for him since day one.
Excellent. Well, best of luck to you.
Derry, thanks so much, man. It's been another fun year. It's incredible to have you keep stats and just the, historian that you are for local. You're definitely a treasure for Ventura County football, and it's great to be able to do these games with you each year.
It's a great sport. Keeps me young a little bit, younger than my years.
Well, it's just a pleasure having you. I think you joined us in about Game 3 in the first year, and we've never looked back. Big thanks to Anthony Placencia, who really makes this whole ship run. So huge thanks to Anthony for all he does for this broadcast team. So for everyone in the booth with me throughout the season and back at the Ventura County Star, what a season it's been. My name is Danny Page, and just because the game of the week is gone doesn't mean our coverage is. We will have tremendous coverage over the next week, 2 to potentially 3 CIF area championship games, including Camarillo and TO for the Northern Division final. The Scorpions advance with a big win, 54-28. Good night, everyone.